Et donc, bonjour à tous et à toutes, c'est Sogevince, on se retrouve pour la suite de Trauma Center New Blood. Et ben voilà, on avait été recruté par Caduceus, donc let's go, mission spéciale, le premier, dans le Maryland, on est loin, on est parti de Los Angeles. Donc on va voir un peu la nouvelle team.
On the Atlantic coast of the United States of America.
Alors t'es sur le Pacifique, hein, jusqu'à
présent. In a location close to the nation's capital lies the U.S. branch of Caduceus, the international organization that treats and researches new diseases.
YouTube ne t'entend pas. Mais non, mais YouTube voit, Mike. Et ouais, et ça c'est beau, Dark.
Caduceus USA falls under the jurisdiction of Health and Human Services.
Non, c'est pas le Brésil. C'est l'autre côté des États-Unis. On n'a pas changé de pays, t'inquiète.
They are dedicated to the treatment of intractable diseases and the prevention of infectious illnesses.
Marcus Vaughn, age 34, surgeon, place of birth California. Valerie Blaylock, age 28, surgeon, place of birth North Carolina. Elena Salazar, age 20, nurse, place of birth California. You three will be assigned to the newly created Special Disease Counteraction. Now, sign here, and on the written oath, and the waiver form. Why the sour face, Dr. Vaughn?
You're forming a new team? What, is this an anti-stigma measure?
You mean is it a result of Professor Wilkins' procedure? Well, we've had this planned for a long time, though the discovery of stigma did hasten its establishment. At least things will be easier on you, since it's such a small team.
Thanks for your concern. But if we'll be dealing with mainly new diseases, then we'll be performing fewer operations. I hope that won't affect my salary.
Leave it to you to think of that, Marcus.
No need to worry. We'll be referring plenty of patients to you. Special cases which may require the healing touch.
Well, that's good to hear.
Your job description won't change much either, Elena. Your priority will be to assist Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blake.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best, just as I did at Concordia.
Then, the first thing I'd like you to do is become familiar with and provide us with whatever information you have on stigma.
Regarding that matter, we've only encountered stigma in one operation, especially since Professor Wilkins kept a tight...
That's all right. Just tell us whatever you know. You may be surprised at how much you recall. Extraordinary events leave deep
Ça craint le laser et ça m'a fait faire un game over. À part ça, pas plus.
I hope we'll be able to live up to your high expectations. I was wondering, are we going to be questioned about the disappearance of the professor?
That won't be necessary. This is a hospital, not a police department.
Well, we don't know where the professor was taken. They have...
I still feel uneasy about all this, but... we'll do what we can.
Okay, let me show you around. I hope we can cover everything before my guest arrives. Now, this is your...
Wow. Look at this equipment.
Your responsibilities won't be much different than they were in the past.
Pardon. Je vois des écrans partout, ça me fait le futur.
Even though you're now members of Caduceus, you're still first and foremost doc. We dedicate ourselves to research here, but at the same time, we see regular patients. A major part of your duties will be to keep your skills sharp.
Well, it can't be any worse than Concordia. I mean, we weren't exactly welcome there.
Now, let's take a look at where you... There are a total of 10 ORs, each one equipped for a... Oh, Dr. Everett.
Director,
do
you know where Dr. Tsuji is?
This is Dr. Everett, our chief surgeon.
He looks like he's in pain.
I've got cholelithiasis. I was going to ask Dr. Tsuji. Director, can you...
I wish I could, but I'm expecting a visitor.
But I can't stand the pain any longer.
C'est lui le
Are these
premier.
the new doctors you were talking about?
Oh mec, la frouille veut mourir.
Yes, they are.
I don't care who does it. I just need... I can walk you through the procedure if necessary. I'll even suture myself when it...
I know this is sudden, but would
Le
you
mec il est
mind?
chaud, hein. Prêt à se suturer lui-même, on est bien.
Not at all. Dr. Everett.
Skip the formalities. Just prep for surge.
Alors je sais plus comment ça marche le truc des calculs.
Let me explain the chart. Dr. Everett has cholelithiasis.
3 years?
Yes, I've told him repeatedly to admit himself to the ward and have it treated. However, it seems he's far more interested in taking care of patients than himself.
Ça c'est ce qu'on appelle un cas désespéré, mesdames et messieurs.
Typical doctor, neglecting his own needs.
Voilà.
I guess that just goes to show how passionate Dr. Everett is about his job.
When you put it that way. Oh,
We'll use a laser to fragment the gallstone in this operation. Please extract the gallbladder as well.
So we'll be taking care of the cause of his pain as well.
well, I must be going.
Je vais prendre Marcus.
Okay, let's get started.
We will now begin. Please disinfect the incision area and open him up.
Alors, c'était quoi déjà ça?
First, we'll be fragmenting the gallstones. If a gallstone passes completely through the... Let's begin by using the ultrasound to locate the gallstones. There's a gallstone. Use the laser to break it up. The gallstone has been fragmented. Let's be... First, inject the sedative into the gallbladder.
We can't remove it all.
And don't forget to... Alright then. Please begin cutting off the first... The gallstone has split into two... The patient's vitals have dropped. Please don't forget to treat the gallstones before they pass. The cut has caused hemorrhaging. The blood has been drained. Let's start cutting off the next
Fasse d'abord,
segment.
parce que je sais qu'il y a des trucs qui peuvent arriver un peu partout.
The second segment has been cut off. The hemorrhaging is getting worse. Don't forget to keep fragmenting the gallstone. Vitals of the third segment has been cut off. One more to go.
C'est tellement chiant cette opération. Il faut faire gaffe aux trucs en même temps.
Remove the last segment before it hemorrhages again.
Il y en a un qui est passé, je l'avais pas vu. Non mais... Putain.
The gallbladder has been excised. This should prevent the gallstones from forming.
Please extract the gallbladder and place it on the tray.
Ah mais... Ok, il n'y a plus rien là, ça a l'air d'être bon.
Please treat the hemorrhaging area with antibiotic gel and suture the epithelium closed. The gallstones have been eliminated. Please close him up.
Oh, faut pas me faire faire ce genre de truc, hein. Putain, la première opération, c'est les embrouilles, quoi. Tout va bien. On s'en gratte un peu. J'oublie pas. Ah ouais non, moi les sutures, non, c'est... En fait, j'ai vraiment du mal avec les sutures qui sont horizontales. J'ai vraiment trop de mal. Autant les autres ça va, autant les autres j'ai du mal à faire le geste pour les autres.
But I guess it was a good chance to get our feet.
You always see the positive.
Oh, you're leaving? I was glad to hear the operation went well. Of course I did.
We always do our best.
I hear that often, but for some reason, this time I believe it. Tomorrow, we'll meet to discuss stigma. I'm counting on you both.
Like she said, we always do our best.
Ok, alors la 2, Caduceus. Je sais plus laquelle c'est de mission rigolote où il faut qu'on opère 2 personnes qui ont une appendicite. Sauf qu'il y en a une qui est
you
horrible.
assisted in an operation on your first day here? You must be good. No, it's the doctors who are good. I'm just fortunate to be working with them. Sounds like you work well with them. In my case, it depends on who I'm assisting. I get along with Dr. Everett, but Dr. Tsuji, on the other hand... Oh, forget I said anything. By the way, Ms. Newman, about the operating room support system. Oh, call me Leslie. Everyone else does. Now, it's our responsibility as nurses to manage the support system.
Non, non, ça marche pas
It'll
comme ça.
probably take some time, but once you get used to it, you'll be able to update an e-chart in a snap. Want to give it a try in a vacant... I'd love to.
Regarding this
Ce
new
serait glauque,
disease,
quand même, hein.
which has we received a report from the National Security Council. Its threat level is unknown, but I can say that the pathogen possesses astonishing mobility. It was unclear whether it even existed, but the Wilkins case put an end to the debate.
And we are basing that assumption on the testimony of our two new
Voilà, la
doctors,
meuf à
yes?
lunettes.
Oh, pardon me.
Au
I'm
docteur
Kanae
Tsuji.
Tsuji, a surgeon here. It's nice to meet you both.
You're absolutely correct, Kanae. While the information provided by Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock is high, our own investigation at Concordia also validates the theory. And it's worth noting, Professor Wilkins was conducting all the research on his own, without help from...
We spent less than a month there following our transfer from Alaska. But during that time, the professor seemed somewhat paranoid about an information.
To be honest, I'm surprised there was a leak. No matter how...
The NSC never tells us their source of information. I bet the military is involved in it some...
Let's try to make do with the information. At this point, the research can no longer be left exclusively to Wilk. It's now the concern of our entire organization.
What?
Prior to your transfer here, we received reports of... We've already discussed those cases in a previous meeting. The pathogens in question were confused with various parasites, so nothing was conclusive. If any new cases occur, they should now be reported to Caduceus International.
It's unfortunate, though, that Professor Wilkins' data was destroyed. And by an unidentified assailant. Am I the only one here who feels uneasy about this?
We're hoping that the professor is still alive.
From now on, if any new cases of stigma arise here in the U.S., the patients will be transferred to this facility whenever possible.
Ouais, enfin
Both
c'est
Health and Human Services and the
c'est un
National
peu le même
Security Council
principe,
have
sauf
agreed
que
to
tu te
this.
transformes pas en zombie dégueulasse.
The operating surgeons will be Dr. Vaughn and Dr. Blaylock. Their prior experience dealing... I personally stand behind them. 100... The rest of you will be invited to witness their expertise.
I look forward to seeing the infamous healing touch.
Désolé,
That was a little
je l'utilise
unexpected.
pas souvent.
What have we gotten ourselves into, Mark? Were you as shocked as I was by what they already knew?
Not really. A doctor considers any and all possibilities.
Well, I, for one, am surprised. I had no idea there was data on stigma, other than what the professor had collected.
Well, we've got more important things to worry about. We're leaving for the tech department tomorrow morning at 8, right?
Yes, so don't be late.
All right, then I'm gonna go home and get some...
Doctor, we just received an emergency...
What happened?
There was a big accident on the freeway. More than 30 people. The request came from the state hospital.
Now I feel right at home.
Les choses qui
Elena,
ne changent pas.
can you let them know that we'll accept...
No eye response, incoherent speech, decerebrate posture, E1, V3, M2. He's under 8 on the Glasgow coma scale. He's in critical condition. The patient has taken considerable damage to the right half of his body.
He's definitely in bad shape.
The exact locations of his injuries are difficult to determine. His vitals aren't stable either. Please hurry, but be careful.
There's no time
Allez.
to lose. Let's begin immediately.
On est parti. Oh, ouais, avec Val.
We'll save him, no matter what.
3D. C'est pas le même genre de foot. Hein,
Beginning the patient's condition has worsened. Begin by treating the external wounds.
Alors, je vais faire ça en premier. Qui brille de glace sur 20. Putain, mais ta maman, voilà.
The external wounds have been. Let's open him up and begin treating his internal organs.
Un jour, je saurais bien utiliser mon scalpel. Je vous le promets.
I'm confirming interior wound. Let's keep an eye on his vitals and treat everything we can.
Alors déjà, on va faire ça.
This wound can't be sutured like that.
You'll
Oui,
need
je
to
sais.
hold one side of the wound with a please suture it thickly, or the wound will open again.
Ni.
That's the worst of the wounds. Please begin treating the others.
R.
That should do it for this.
Use the magnification tool to change where we're looking.
Wow.
There should be other injuries nearby.
Vitals are dropping.
Alors, les vitales qui drop.
Drain the pools of blood.
Ouais, mais attends.
A hemorrhage has formed. Use the antibiotic gel to treat it.
Le mec s'est fait ouvrir en deux son poumon, mais à première vue il va bien.
Vitals are stabilized. All right, let's close him up. Operation.
Voilà, simple formalité. Bon après je suis toujours aussi nul au niveau des points, mais bon.
That was the last of the patients. The three of you can wrap things up now.
J'ai des trucs sans t'aider.
All right. That was very impressive. If you don't mind, I'd like.
It's 3 a.m. Man, talk about a long
Aux heures
day.
du mat.
Well,
Plaisir
This
d'être
is what
médecin.
you wanted, right? To continue seeing.
Yeah, I guess that's the life of a doctor. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, don't worry. If we can survive in Alaska.
Alors j'en suis à combien de temps? Ouais, je suis pas de 18 minutes, c'est bien. On a le temps d'en faire des missions là. Ah toujours C, hein, donc ça c'est... Non, c'est pas le jeu qui connaît pas, c'est juste moi qui connais pas les phases pour arriver à avoir les points. Puis il me semble que pour faire les meilleurs scores, faut que tu joues en difficulté max aussi, donc bon.
But first, let me introduce you to our head of...
Hello,
Ah.
my name is Dr. Robert Cromwell.
Cromwell. Putain, le petit scientifique avec les lunettes. Bonjour, c'est un cliché.
Dr. Blaylock and Dr. Vaughn, I presume. It's nice to meet you. You must be busy adapting to Caduceus as well, but the director recommended you to, so I would appreciate your assistance.
It's nice to meet you too. It would.
Good. I'd like you to participate in clinical testing.
Let me remind you that it is the duty of those, but to also research and pioneer new treatments. Doctors and researchers must work together to fight diseases. That's the purpose of Caduceus. There may be some interesting characters here, but they're all excellent doctors. I consider myself very fortunate to be able to conduct medical research among them. And on top of that, we now have the assistance of two truly gifted doctors. I firmly believe that with your precision, the data will be... That is why I'm so enthusiastic about your surgical skill. You don't have any objections?
I appreciate your vote of confidence, even if it is a bit
Ah.
exaggerated.
Peut-être pas. C'est peut-être pas le même, hein.
He's a dedicated professional, although he tends to be long-winded.
Now then, there's an operation I'd like the two of you to perform. The research you're contributing to will give new hope to heart disease patients everywhere. I'll explain as I show you my lab. It's true that many people frown upon our mostly journalists and politicians who are trying to make a name for themselves. You know how difficult it is to produce significant results when but thankfully, we also have...
Oh, Dr. Cromwell, you have friends with you today. Would you introduce me?
Isabella. You really
Isabella.
should start acting more professional. This is Ms. Vasquez. She's a representative of the Humani Corporation.
I'm Dr. Blaylock.
Dr. Vaughn.
Nice to meet you, handsome.
We're partnered with a number of large pharmaceutical companies and medical manufacturers.
Putain, j'avais pas fait gaffe. J'avais pas fait gaffe, mais l'autre... Oui, je faisais gaffe. Non mais ça a l'air quand même d'être un peu une chaudasse, hein, vu comment qu'elle est en train de chauffer...
Including Humani,
chauffer
who've been
Vaughn.
a tremendous help to us.
Oh, c'est pas bien, hein. Ça se fait pas.
I hope my looks don't give you the wrong impression about our company.
Ça veut
Humani
dire.
is a major player in this industry.
Ouais.
He holds several lucrative pharmaceutical patents and leads the way in regenerative
Well, if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know.
We have a research specialist from Humani on staff as well. She's a very talented young woman and has produced... Cynthia, can you spare a moment?
I'll go get her, Dr. Cromwell.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it. The operation that you'll be performing would not be possible.
Yes, Dr. Cromwell?
Ah, Cynthia.
Oh, that's right.
Le
You
point
said you'd
bout.
introduce me to the doctors today.
This is Cynthia Kazakov. She's a beautiful woman, as you can see, and quite brilliant.
Cynthia Kazakov? You wouldn't happen to be from Trinity Medical School, would...
Valerie? Valerie Blaylock?
Yeah, it's me.
You became a doctor! Congratulations!
Thanks. Wow, I never expected to see you here, of all places.
You're going to be helping us? This is great!
I'm Marcus Vaughn. Sorry to interrupt such a touching reunion.
Nice to meet you, Doctor.
So, you two are old friends. I have a feeling this... Now, Cynthia, can you explain to them about the cardiac patch?
Allow me to explain the details of the operation, as well as the usage of the myocardium patch.
Chasse les vampires, elle.
Our patient is a 10-year-old girl with an occlusion in her heart.
C'est type que ça
Her heart functions are deteriorating. If this continues, she'll have a
That's where the myocardial patch comes in.
I don't know much about it. It's a form of synthetic membrane, correct?
Yes, it's a new type of synthetic membrane that uses the whole cell voltage clamp. The membrane itself is elastic and helps the heart move and function.
That's amazing! It truly is a miracle of science.
It's only as incredible as the skills of the people using it.
Nothing like a little pressure. I don't mind though.
We'll do our best, of course.
I'm glad to hear it. So, we'll be applying this myocardial patch by is that this operation's
Yes, that's correct. This operation will be performed without stop, but I have faith in Caduceus.
Tout va bien. Tout
Let's
va
start.
bien. Le cœur ne sera pas arrêté.
Let's begin the... We'll be
Allez,
operating
petite
on the
fille, on va
heart.
s'occuper de toi.
Please open her up.
Alors,
Let's
oh putain.
confirm the 3 areas of occlusion have follow the guide. And if the myocardium patch isn't placed, start by applying antibiotic gel to the occlusion. The first myocardium patch will carefully match the location and angle of the patch with the pattern on the heart. The myocardium patch has... Her heart rate is in... There's a possibility that the already weak... If you find a hemorrhage, here's the next occlusion area. What? The guide moved? Does this mean that we'll have to apply the patch when the size of the guide matches the size of the patch?
Eh? Putain.
A blood pool is formed. Please,
Ah,
doctor.
fuck.
The patient use the defibrillator to resuscitate
Eh.
her.
Oh. Fuck. Fuck. Fuck.
We have
Merci.
a pulse. Doctor,
Putain.
the patch can't be applied over a blood pool.
Ah,
Doctor,
vas-y, ta
the
mère.
patient's use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the signs
Ah,
are
c'est pas le
matched.
guide le problème. Le problème, c'est que Jean-Michel, le truc qui part en cacahuète. Mais
Doctor,
t'es sérieux?
use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. The second
Ah là,
occlusion
putain.
area has been treated. One more to go.
C'est horrible ce genre de truc quoi.
The heart would be careful when placing the patch. Watch your timing.
Pas parce que ces merdes là qui viennent m'emmerder. Mais sérieusement, cassez-vous les hémorragies.
Doctor,
Sérieux?
the patient's under use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor,
Mais non, mais
use the defibrillator to
là franchement,
resuscitate
je
her.
commence à me poser des questions. Hein.
We have a pulse.
Comment il fonctionne ce truc?
Patch wasn't applied to the correct area.
Ah. Parce que Jean-Michel, Jean-Michel et je saigne encore. Putain mais.
Doctor,
Oui.
use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse.
Mais j'y arrive pas, hein, c'est la galère quoi. Mais j'étais là.
We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor, use
Oh
the
j'ai
defibrillator to
trop du
resuscitate
mal
her.
hein.
We have a pulse.
Putain, je me rappelais plus de cette opération mais c'est étrange parce que d'habitude j'ai tendance à me souvenir justement des opérations un peu nulles
Use the defibrillator to
et un peu
resuscitate her.
chiantes.
We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor,
Mais putain,
use the
c'est
defibrillator to
ouf.
resuscitate her. We have a
Oh
pulse.
Jean-Michel Padoué quoi.
Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match.
Je peux pas parce qu'il y a cette merde. Arrêtez. Arrêtez, laissez-moi foutre.
Doctor, use the defibrillator to
Ah
resuscitate
JPP
her.
hein.
We don't have much time.
Et lui on a plus de temps. Je vais tellement faire un time out en fait à cause de
Please
cette
watch the
connerie.
guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor, use the defibrillator
Ah
to
sérieux
resuscitate her.
quoi.
We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place
C'était
it when
tellement
the
plus de
sizes
temps.
match. Doctor, use the defibrillator
Putain mais
to
j'y arrive
resuscitate
pas,
her.
c'est ouf. Et je me rappelle vraiment pas que cette mission était aussi horrible que ça quoi.
Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doc, use the defibrillator to resuscitate her.
Allez 20
We have
secondes.
a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor, use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse.
J'aurais tellement jamais le
Please
temps.
watch the guide and place it when the sizes match. Doctor, use the
Bon allez,
defibrillator to
vas-y,
resuscitate her.
fini le temps. Ah putain, c'est chiant quoi.
This can't be.
Mais c'est horrible ce truc.
For doctor without they.
Qu'appelle Blackjack. C'est pas faux hein.
Let's begin. We'll be operating on the heart. Please open her up.
Mais putain, je me rappelle pas galérer, enfin je me rappelle pas avoir galéré autant en fait sur cette...
Let's confirm the 3. Follow the start by applying antibiotic. The
Je
first
me rappelle pas avoir galéré
match
autant en
the
fait sur
location and angle of the patch with a pad of the myocardium. Her heart. There's a. If you. Here's the next occlusion area. What does this? Apply the patch when the size of the guide matches the size of the patch. Doctor,
Ouais.
the patient use the
tard.
defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match.
Putain, alors ça aussi ça a bien me gavé.
A blood pool is formed. The myocardium patch needs to be placed along the guide. Placing it there is useless. Doctor, use the defibrillator to resuscitate.
Pas foutu de bien viser. Oh mon timing est pas bon en fait, c'est
We
juste
have
ça.
a
Hein.
pulse. Please
J'ai un
watch
sale
the
timing.
guide and place it when the sizes match.
Mais putain, sérieux, ils ont décidé vraiment de tous...
Doctor, use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse.
J'ai
The patch was placed at the correct angle.
aucun... Le truc il arrête pas de bouger quoi. C'est de te caler sur le rythme mais non. Putain c'est chaud quoi. On va essayer d'attendre comme ça.
The second
Putain.
occlusion area has been treated. Her heart rate is increased. Be careful when placing the patch. Watch your timing. Doctor, the patient's undergoing. Use the defibrillator to resuscitate her. We have a pulse. Please watch the guide and place it when the sizes match.
Quoi? Putain, j'y suis arrivé quoi. C'est ouf.
Please close her up.
Oh plus jamais hein. Plus jamais ce truc hein. Oh là là. Ah c'est bien 33 minutes. C'est bien. Ça n'a pas du tout été long. Ah oui non mais là vous pouviez même me donner un rang inférieur hein. J'aurais accepté hein.
I think we'll see excellent results, Valerie.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing more operations like...
Well, we wouldn't want to take up all of your time. The director has already spoken to us. We're currently in the planning stages. In time, right, Cynthia?
Yes, Dr. Cromwell.
Est-ce que je fais un autre truc? Non, vu que j'ai bien galéré sur celle-là, qu'on est déjà à plus de 30 minutes, je vais pas lancer une autre mission. Donc je pense que je vais m'arrêter là pour cette vidéo, elle sera un peu plus courte. Mais bon. En tout cas, mais merci d'avoir regardé cette vidéo. Moi je m'arrête ici. Et je vous dis donc bah, à la prochaine pour la suite de Trauma Center. Allez, ciao tout le monde.